It's funny, I never really understood dog people, I guess, before I got a dog myself. You understand that there's a bond, but I don't think you really quite understand it till you get one yourself. As soon as I got Gryphon, every time I went out to a party with my friends, or anytime I met people for the first time, the first thing I would do was always, whip out my phone and start showing pictures. And you realize how much you really are devoted to this animal, because they really do become such a good friend. Got a happy birthday cake here for you, buddy. You want some birthday cake? Well, I've always wanted to have a dog. That was like a thing that I've had since I was a kid, but my parents were never too keen on it. And right when I finished my undergrad, I realized that I would be taking the summer off before I started whatever it was I did after my undergrad. And so I thought, that's the best time I could possibly have to get a puppy, because I'll have the entire summer to watch him. And so I started looking through websites to see if I could find like a shelter that had any puppies up, and I happened across Gryphon. At the time, his name was Chinook, and I think he was with a rescue group from Quebec called SOS Dog Rescue, and immediately fell in love with his picture. So I sent them an application. This was right during my exam time. My final exam's my fourth year, and I actually got the email back from them that my application had been successful right when I walked out of my last exam. So that's how that ended up working out, and it was great. And that's actually how he got his name, Gryphon, because originally his name was Chinook, like I had said before, but the mascot for our university were the Guelph Griffins. So I thought it was like a really fitting name for him, seeing as I just graduated when I got him, and that's how he got his name. Sit. No. On the way to the Sears to pick up Gryphon for the first time, I was really nervous because, he was my first dog. I was really worried that he wouldn't like me or we wouldn't get along. And so we went to the parking lot where we were going to go pick him up from the rescue group, along with some other owners. And when they called our name to pick him up, I knew everything was going to be okay, because as soon as I held him, he put his head on my shoulder and he kind of started to cry a little bit and lick me, and I knew we were going to be good buddies. Remy is a dog that lives a couple doors down, which is really convenient. Remy's known Gryphon since he's been 8 weeks old, and they've sort of grown up together. He's 5 himself, and they really enjoy each other. You can tell that they love to play wrestle, because as soon as they separate, they go right back at it. So they really are best friends. And it's exciting for me because I've really started to grow up by having a dog. It's the first time in my life where I've been responsible for something other than me. And so for me, it's been a learning experience, and definitely a big maturity process for me. And so I'm really excited to spend the next 10 or so years with my best friend, and I think we're going to grow up a lot together. He's going to be around when I get married and have kids, so him and I are going to be best friends for life, and I think he's going to make me into a more responsible and a better person.